Every artist, designer, filmmaker, person has had this feeling, this battle. The internal battle of wanting to create something but not actually creating it. The struggle of creating. Now, every artist goes through this of having this awesome idea that they want to make, but they just don't do it. It's something that happens to me, and I'm assuming it happens to you as well if you're here watching the video, and it happens to a lot of people. Now, diagnosing this problem, I'm no doctor, or even a creative doctor, but pretty much what it means is that we have this awesome idea and we think that we have this crazy potential of making something great, which we all do and we all have it inside of us, but we just don't put that effort toward it and actually building something that we think is going to be great. This might be for a few reasons. First, you might not believe in the creative craft that you can do. You might not think you're actually good enough to make something that you want to make. You might be seeing other people online, and all of us do this. You go on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, and you see these amazing artists at the top of their game, and they're making something great. And you're just watching like, holy shit, I want to do something like that. I want to make something amazing like that. But you just don't do it. You have this great idea of, okay, I want to film something like this. I want it to look a certain way. I have this amazing idea, but you just don't do it. There's something holding you back. There's something holding you back from making something great and putting that effort behind it. And what happens is when you watch these other users online or your favorite creators online and you see their work, you just think that you can't make something like that. Or when you do start to try, it doesn't come out looking the same. This is something that happens to me personally. I know exactly what it feels like. You also most likely know what this feels like of watching your favorite creators and not knowing what to make. But I wanted to share a personal story with you about that. Now, I wanted to share a little bit of a personal story with this, right? So what's the point of talking about this if there isn't anything you might be able to relate to or what I can relate to? So pretty much for me personally, whenever it comes to making content, sometimes I get this great idea. I want to make something awesome like this video to help other people, to kind of tell my story, and I just don't make it. I start overthinking, overanalyzing, not thinking I'm good enough. All these thoughts start coming into my head after I come up with the idea. Now, a lot of you might have this where you have this great idea and you want to make something cool. And you have everything planned out from your story, your big idea, the shot list that you have, the look and feel you want to go for, mood boards, storyboards, shot lists, everything. And everything from the start to the end, you have it planned. But when it actually comes time to making it, you just don't put the effort in. For me, whenever I'm making YouTube videos or content on Instagram, this happens all the time. I plan all the videos that I want to make. I even sometimes make a script for this. For instance, I have short talking points that I'm actually speaking about. But you just don't have that effort to make something. You don't want to put in that work sometimes, even though you think you really do and you want to make something amazing for yourself, for your future. Like, I want to build this YouTube channel to something great, but you just don't put in that effort. And that's what happens to me. And there's a few reasons for it. One, of course, there's overthinking. All of us overthink over something. If you don't, well, that's pretty good for you, but sometimes we all overthink. For me personally, it's about thinking I'm not good enough. What if whatever I want to create doesn't come up to the vision that I had for it? Another one is overanalyzing. I overanalyze every single shot that I might want to take. Like this one, it took me a little bit to get set up in terms of what I want to do, but at the end of the day, I just thought, it's a cool shot, leading lines, and I think it would work great for this story, for this video. And it's just something we all go through. And this is something that I wanted to share in terms of what I go through personally, in terms of making this content and not really building something or not actually fulfilling the idea that I had. But there are some ways that you can fix this. And there's some things that I do to help me make these videos and this content and actually create the things that I want to create. And let me show you that. Now, I know sometimes we like to overthink and not really do or create the things that we want to create, but there are some solutions that I did want to go over with everyone. And I want to say sorry about the wind. It's a little bit gloomy today and windy, and there's a kid screaming down the street for some reason. Don't know why. Anyways, some solutions here, they're extremely simple, and it's something we can all integrate into our lives for anything. But it's the overthinking that kills us. that doesn't let us build anything that we want to build, right? So the first solution that I want to actually speak about is practicing the things you actually love doing. Now, easier said than done, but let's say, for instance, filmmaking for me. What do I love doing? I like making shots that make people go, wow, that's actually really nice. Whether that's through layouts, compositions, colors. Now, for me, how do I do this? I tend to just practice shots in my room from time to time, or even watching movies to gather reference. So you can find some of your favorite cinematographers through some of the favorite films that you love. For me, recently, it's been The Batman, The Creator, Dune. Of course, Dune was shot amazingly. All the shots are basically just works of art that I think personally, but practicing the things that you actually love doing. Now, it doesn't have to be filmmaking. Other examples include sketching, drawing, designing online, even doing some tracing exercises of people that you love online and their work and tracing it out to just create something. This is just to get your brain into the motion of actually doing something rather than just thinking and not wanting to do it. The second thing I want to talk about is make it enjoyable. Now, I know it's hard, especially when you have these awesome ideas and you don't know what to make, or you do know what you want to make, but you just don't put the effort behind it. But the one thing that you can do is try to make it enjoyable. So whether that is, let's say you're drawing or you're sketching, one thing you can do is play your favorite music in the back, play your favorite show on the side, or have a movie running as well in the background. Whatever makes your process enjoyable, do that. Then it'll make it feel like you want to come back for more and continue to practice that process that you're doing. For me personally, how do I make it enjoyable? Well, I get references from movies or shows that I love to watch. Again, like I mentioned, Dune, The Batman, The Creator. I buy books as well that reference the art style of these movies or games that I really enjoyed. It's usually the art of X, whatever it is of the show or movie that you love. And I love getting references from there to make it more enjoyable for me to try to recreate some of these scenes. Now, the last thing that I do want to go over is fairly simple, just like the last 2 points, but I think it's super important to keep this in mind when you're doing something or wanting to create something. And that's enjoy the process, not the outcome. At least for now. There's a plane in the background and I gotta wait. It's fairly simple what I mean here by enjoying the process and not the outcome. A lot of us can get stuck in the idea of just glamorizing what we want to make and the outcome that we'll get from it. This could be amazing views, going viral, getting a bajillion followers, getting your favorite Instagram influencers to like your work or even notice you, whatever it might be. It could be anything. One thing I want everyone to remember, and it's something I try to remind myself all the time, is love the process, not the outcome, because something you can't control is the outcome, but the one thing you can control is the process. And that's this. That's building something that you actually want to build and putting effort behind it. Now, for me personally, how do I do this? I try to enjoy the process of filmmaking. I want to make my shots look great through practicing compositions, lighting, sound effects, whatever it might be. That's what I want to do. That's how I try to enjoy the process. I really like getting my camera out and trying to make a scene that works and looks great for my story. Other things that I'm trying to do is practice storytelling with situations like this in the videos that I'm making, different shot styles, looks, focal lengths, all of those things. This is the process that I'm trying to enjoy because the outcome I can't control. I know that I'm starting out. I'm going to be getting maybe 1 or 2 views, whoever watches this, but I'm trying to enjoy the process because A, it's fun for me. I like doing this. I actually really do enjoy it. B, it helps me practice my craft because I also do have my own film company, Film and Cookies. I'm sadly not wearing the sweater today, I got dirty, but it helps me practice my skill and my craft to then leverage for my clients in the future for what I want to build. So those are the 3 solutions that I pretty much have for you when it comes to wanting to create something but actually not putting the effort behind it. Struggling to create when you know you want to build something. I'll have some of my closing thoughts later as well. So being an artist of any kind, filmmaker, photographer, sketcher, it's not really an artist, but being any kind of artist of any kind can be really hard. And it's for a multitude of reasons, but for this specific video, it's a really shitty feeling of not wanting to create, not putting that effort behind it to make something that you really want to do. For me, in this instance, it's making a YouTube video. I come up with these awesome ideas, or I think they're awesome at least, and trying to actually fulfill them sometimes is really difficult. And there's a multitude of reasons for this. I called it a diagnostic of it. is you imagine this amazing glamorous outcome from making these videos or making your art form, from watching your favorite influencers, the people you follow, creators online, whatever it might be, and you see their awesome work that they're building, but when it comes to you building your thing, it's not up to par, or you just don't think it's worth it. And having that internally really sucks. I mean, all of us do. That's why you're here watching this video. And there are a few things that can help overcome this. And I call these the solutions. And the first thing is practicing what you actually love to do. So whether you want to become a concept artist, you should probably practice sketching. If you don't love sketching, but you actually love 2D design on Illustrator on your MacBook, maybe start doing that. Do the things that you actually really enjoy doing to get your gears going and get those creative juices flowing. Another thing you can do is take it slow. You don't have to go super quick and push everything out extremely fast, posting every day, making sure you're working every single day, every hour that you have. You can take it slow and make it enjoyable. Like I mentioned, let's say you're sketching or you're editing photos. Put on some music, put on a movie on the side or your favorite TV show. Have something that makes the work that you're doing actually enjoyable, so you want to do more of it. You get into that flow state. And while you're enjoying it, another thing to really remember, and this is something for anything you do in life, is specifically if it's something you want to take your passion into your career or build it into something bigger than yourself, is enjoy the process, not the outcome. Now, this is something I go through personally. I know everyone online does, because we follow our favorite creators online and you see the end result of what they're building, but we didn't see the first 8 years of them grinding, struggling, perfecting the craft that they're doing. And because of that, we think that we can build something right away, right to their standard of quality from the start. And when we don't get those results, we hate it. We hate the process because we're getting frustrated. We don't like the work that we're making and we don't enjoy it. This is why we need to enjoy our own process instead of the outcome, at least for now, at the start. For me personally, I'm trying to enjoy the process of making videos, setting up the cameras, lights, the hair light, everything, making an image look nice, as I can see on the side, to something to my standard. And things that help me enjoy the process is I know I'm getting my reps in to help build my creative business to offer to other people as well. Again, take it super slow, enjoy the process, and have fun with what you're building. Because once it does become your career and you build it into something you really enjoy, it will start to turn into a job. There's certain things you might not like, but that's what you can do. Anyways, that's the video for today. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, the concept of the idea, and things that I can maybe improve on. I'm always open to feedback. Anyways, have an awesome day. I'll talk to you guys next week.